And I am back. Cue Eric Bischoff's music. Welcome to the news that broke glass, episode 42. It's been a full month. Life's been busy, birthdays, fucking work, fucking clash at the castle, all sorts of shit's been happening. But I am back now and I've changed my working routine, so I have now less days, more hours on the days I am working, but I have more days to concentrate on this fucking deathmatch shit. And before I get started, just say a shout out to fucking Deathmatch Worldwide. Fucking supporting me, supporting fucking them. Got this fucking t-shirt. Got some other fucking t-shirts before I keep going. Casey fucking Kirk's new fucking t-shirt, Sai Wazawa. Fucking awesome. Look at that fucking shit. Beautiful. We've also got Burning Hammer Photography, one of the best in the fucking game at deathmatch fucking photography. Look at the back of that fucking t-shirt. Gorgeous. And what else do we have? We also have the Violent Few, fucking Deathmatch Worldwide. Fucking buy some shit. They've got fucking t-shirts for every motherfucker, every fucking wear. So get some shit from Deathmatch Worldwide. And H2O, who are also being sponsored by Deathmatch Worldwide, got their fucking new t-shirt. Well, the H2O t-shirt for a long time, finally got this one. And also, finally, I have the motherfucking Bloodbath Behemoth tank. And on the back it says, "Fuck you, I'm from Tennessee." So lovely fucking jubbly. So anyway, yeah, buy some fucking shit from Deathmatch Worldwide. Anyway, so I was at Clash at the Castle. There's a picture here from the show. We weren't too far back. Tickets are relatively cheap. We were there on a 3-day drinking excursion, more or less. I did see Clash at the Castle. I saw ICW What's Occurring. I don't really remember much of what's occurring. Clash at the Castle was really good. It was awesome to see like that many fucking people there for shit. Marked the fuck out with Dominic fucking kicked me in the balls. Marked out fucking Bailey being there. Sheamus and everything, great. There for All Out the next night. CM Punk, everything, blah 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 blah. Lost my fucking voice screaming and shouting. Cause I'm a big fucking smelly wrestling mark. Was arguing and nearly fighting with somebody outside over death matches with Nick Gage. By this point I'd had been about 16 hours drinking and other substances by that point. Anyway, this is not about Clash at the Castle All Out. Fuck that shit. This is about deathmatch fucking wrestling. So, we will just firstly go on to talk about, there's like 15 like new champions. There's a new Big Japan Heavyweight Champion, Big Japan Deathmatch Heavyweight Champion, big new Freedoms Champion, new fucking Danny Havoc Hardcore Champion, new NHB, fucking American Deathmatch Champion. There's so many different champions. Also, there is fucking CZW's bringing back TO fucking D in October. I think it's going to be at like Markland Little Acres, where they've had like previous ones before, like DJ's backyard type thing. Which everybody fucking loved those TODs. In October as well, you know, it'll be a little bit chilly, but hey ho, it's still TOD. The lineup looks fucking insane. We've got one name left and I'll go over all that. Rise and NHB have now got their dates announced for next fucking year. Which I've got the entire week off for them. Can't fucking wait for that. It's going to be, I think it's February 10th to the 12th. And there might be, you know, the NHB guys might hang around for, who knows, maybe another date or something, maybe after that. Who knows. But I think I'll be able to get like maybe 3 or 4 shows for those days. Who knows. I've just got the dates, don't have cities or anything. It says cities and venues. So who knows. Hopefully it's all relatively in the same area. Anyway, we have also got Games of Death 3 has been announced. We don't have dates for that yet or a venue, but we do have Games of Death 3 is coming next fucking year. Also, TNT and GCW is happening again next year in 2023. Holy shit, there's so much fucking stuff happening. And probably the biggest, most drama-filled news in wrestling in the past month or the last couple of weeks for death matches has been the XPW and No Holds Barred stuff. So basically, Schlack, the last shows he was on these shows. Nice fucking poster by the way, look at that fucking red ink and everything. Anyway, so Ultraviolent, Vortex, NHB 31. Schlack was there. First show he was like Mickey Knuckles, Cruel, Sadek or Schlack. Awesome fucking match, one of the best matches NHB have had in a long time. Later on that night he fought Remington Raw. There was last 2 ICW No Holds Barred appearances because he is XPW's King of the Deathmatch Champion. I'm going to try and go through this as quickly as I can. XPW's King of the Deathmatch Champion, and basically I think Rob Black was saying he doesn't want his champions wrestling for other companies in LA because he's running LA. Whatever. He's paying them, you know, whatever. Anyway, Schlack was meant to be wrestling for NHB, which is in LA, and obviously he's got taken off that show. Also, he was subsequently taken off the Australia tour and all future no holds barred bookings and shows coming forward. The situation's pretty fucking. There's a lot of like social media drama and fighting, and it's hopefully everything all works out and it works out better for the fans. But at the minute, everything seems a bit, what the fuck's going on. So Schlack's not going to be in NHB anymore. He's not going to be in Australia for NHB anymore. Also, he's not going to be in LA for NHB. Also now, XPW is now running the Heart Ballroom. They have now got a deal on. I don't know if it's just going to be the Heart Ballroom. I assume so. Where it's going to be 1 month they're going to be in LA, probably at the Derby Room. Then the next month they're going to be in New Jersey and go back and forth. LA, New Jersey for XPW. So they have announced that they're going to be running the Heart Ballroom for Extreme Invasion is the name of the show. Like, oh my god, the drama. That's going to be on November 12th, which would be the same day that NHB were going to be in Texas, which would also be the same day that fucking GCW's NGI 7 was on. So much fucking wrestling. Anyway, further going on, and Danny DeManto's arguing with fucking Rob Black. Rob Black's doing podcasts about Danny DeManto, calling him a cunt and all this. And Dirty Ron and fucking Danny DeManto are going back and forth. So obviously Dirty Ron got cancelled off the NHB fucking Deathmatch Circus shows, slagging each other off on social media, all this bitterness and everything. There's a war. Remember the old wrestling wars? Remember the Philadelphia wrestling wars? Remember Ring of Honor and CZW and fucking 3PW and XPW bought the fucking ECW arena, the rights to run shows in the XPW arena. Remember fucking Pro Wrestling Unplugged? Does anybody remember that? Anyway, but now NHB have cancelled their show in Texas, which is going to be on the 12th, and now they are running in New Jersey on the exact same day that XPW is running in New Jersey. There's a war on, and NHB have also got Homeless Jimmy and Messiah at their LA show. So there's a lot of fucking stuff going on with NHB and XPW. Drama, which is, good for somebody like me who can, talk about it and all this. I don't really like drama. I just want everybody to kind of, can't we just all get along and blood and death and violence and more blood and guts for the fans. So hopefully it's going to get some fucking good matches out of it, at the very least. Anyway, that's enough of all this. We've got like 15 fucking reviews to go through, and I'm going to try and go through them as quickly as humanly possible, not like complete entire full show reviews, because I'll be here all fucking day. So many fucking shows to talk about, so much fucking news to talk about, because I've been away for a month. But I'm going to be back, I'm back! And I've also got 1,500 fucking subscribers now. Thank you very fucking much for that. I can't believe that. Little me sitting in my fucking house talking about deathmatch wrestling. Insane. And I also will say as well, before we move on, well fucking done to fucking Darko and fucking Big Joe in America. That was fucking awesome. And for the fucking Deathmatch Down Under guys, Samson and fucking York and obviously Joe Bateman. Great fucking shit. Now, reviews. Hit the intro. It's been a while. So, to start with, we have GCW's The Art of War. I'm just going to kind of do these like GCW ones, then like NHB ones, and then whatever. Anyway, so we have the DDT Extreme Title 2 Ring Ladder Fuckfest Scramble thing. They had this at the last show. It was Pabst Blue Ribbon sponsored. Anyway, we got Joey Janela's DDT champion, Radrick, Dante Leon, Drago Kid, Gringo Loco, Mike Bailey, Shane Mercer, Tony Decker. This match was good. A lot of it was very sloppy, but it's like a 6-8 man double ring ladder match. There was some sloppy bumps. There was bits where Tony Deppen did it. This wasn't a sloppy or a bump. This was like Tony Deppen did a fucking his big shooting fucking running senton. Tope con hello onto a ladder to two guys on the outside. Drago Kid nearly, I thought he was nearly dead. Ran off a ladder and went to the outside. Shane Mercer does big fucking massive Shane Mercer spots. He did the big moonsault and battery onto Radrick's from the fucking ring post to the outside through doors. Insane match. But there was ladders and everything, but there wasn't it was for the DDT title, but the DDT title wasn't hanging from the ropes. It was pinfall or submission or whatever. I was like, okay. Anyway, Joe Janela won. Pretty sure he hit a big double stomp on somebody, or did something to somebody. But there's another bit where Cole Radrick's had a big run thing at the ring and like missed and everything. But I mean, they're just running and jumping and flipping and flying and whatever. It was alright for what it was. I've seen people be overly harsh on it. I enjoyed it. There was a few sloppy things and whatever. They're like fucking 8 men and ladders in 2 rings. What do you want? Then we got Blake Christian and Alex Shelley. I didn't watch it. I missed that match. I did not go back and rewatch it. I assume it was very, very good. Apparently Blake Christian won. Blake Christian very, very over in the UK, by the way. Then we got Aussie Open. It was against Jordan Oliver, Nick Wayne. Really good to see Aussie Open. I thought I would see... I don't know. I was expecting... Because when you see them in like AEW and various different things, and are they in New Japan? I'm not very familiar with the Aussie Open. They were pretty good. They did win. Kel Fletcher and Mark Davis. They beat Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne. Decent match. I just want to see maybe a bit longer. I know I'm moaning at GCW that their matches are too long, but I want to see this a bit longer because I hadn't seen these guys before. Then for some reason I like skipped through bits of this. I watched some of this live and other bits I missed and I was busy doing other things. Matt Cardona against Jimmy Lloyd, it was like 2 or 3 minutes. Chelsea Green was out there, she'd got her tits out, like tape, whatever. For Jimmy Lloyd to distraction, Zack Ryder wins. Matt Cardona, my god, my brain. Beat Jimmy Lloyd, it was like 2 minutes. Then we got Light Tube's Deathmatch Sawyer Wreck against Charlie Evans. Also, Charlie Evans has got a thing on Vice, where Vice are asking her like 10 questions you'd want to ask a deathmatch wrestler, so fucking watch that. Find it. Vice, go on Murder Death Kill Club, Vice, Charlie Evans, you'll find it. It's like a little thing, it's like 10-15 minute video, very fucking good. This was good, Light Tubes beating the fuck out of each other. Sawyer Wreck did win. I think she gave her like a big fucking choke slam or something at the end. Onto like Light Tubes, never gave her a big fucking cool like lean back pin. Sawyer Wreck wins, and Sawyer Wreck is going to the fucking NGI, and I'm going to talk about some other people who are in the fucking NGI in a little bit. And then we got the main event. My god. So it's like War Games style, 5 teams. If one person from one team gets eliminated, the team's eliminated. 2 teams were in at the start. I think it was Second Gear Crew and the Briscoes were in. Briscoes were the champions. Then we got Bussy. Then we got Miro Extremo and Siglope. Then we got the Mega Bastards, Cologne and Murdoch, who've now got matching like flannel tops and hats. This match was good. Lots of fucking crazy bumps, people being thrown off that scaffold. Matt Justice fucking leapt off the top of the scaffold. Big senton, there was a big huge splash by Siglope. Lots of fucking light tube bumps and bundles and just light tube shots and people battering the fuck out of each other with chairs. Second Gear Crew I think were the first people out, which I was surprised at. All the eliminations kind of came out of nowhere. Like Bussy got eliminated and there was a lot of boos. Bussy are very, very over. In the end it was Siglope and... There's another spot where Alley Catch and the Mega Bastards were on the scaffold and they all went through like barbed wire doors on the outside. What else did we get? A big frog splash from Siglope onto somebody with light tubes all over them. They burst and like flew all over the ring. People being thrown off the scaffold through panes of glass. I cannot for the life of me remember the end spot. I'm sure John Lee Murdoch threw Miro Extremo off the scaffold through glass and doors, and Cologne got the pin. And the Mega Bastards, Murdoch and Cologne, your former hatred of each other, worst enemies, are now the tag team champions. Good match. Some of the eliminations are a bit strange. The crowd seemed fucking hot for it. Not as good as last year's War Games, but good nonetheless. I mean, with these 10 people in it, it's not going to be bad, is it? Anyway, we move on to TNT. So this was... where the fuck is it? This was TNT's Supreme Extreme. This was the first show of the weekend of Liverpool, and I was meant to be down for one of the days, although there was a family issue. I was meant to be down on the Friday for the GCW show. There was a family issue that fucking morning very early on. Couldn't make it, had to be here. But, however, I was able to buy the bundle on Fight and was able to watch everything. All the family stuff's all fine now, everyone's okay. So, nothing to worry about, but it was mildly annoying for me, but you know what, like everybody says, family fucking comes first, which is true. So I missed the GCW Liverpool show. However, I know a lot of people that were fucking there. A lot of my friends were fucking there, in the crowd, fucking working, doing all sorts of stuff. So the first show was Supreme Extreme, this is on Thursday. All these shows are at Hangar 34, by the way, which holds about 750 capacity, I think. And I think these shows are more or less sellouts. I know they all had like tickets on the door and stuff like that. Anyway, So we got Mark Adams and DJ King. There was, when I was in Cardiff, speaking to Tony Knox and somebody in a kebab shop, somebody was a commentator for somewhere. I don't know who it was, maybe for Progress, maybe for TNT. I was speaking to them for about 5 minutes and they're saying blah blah blah, Facebook something, and I have no idea who they are, so maybe it was one of these guys. I'm very, very sorry, I was very, very intoxicated at this point. This is at like, you know, fucking 4 o'clock in the morning or something. Or maybe even been before that, I can't remember. Anyway, so we've got Dan Maloney against Nick Wayne. Dan Maloney defends his, it was non-title apparently. Dan Maloney, he's the TNT World Champion against Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne's first match in the, no wait, I think they said he'd been in the UK before, somewhere else. Anyway, this match is pretty good. Alright, Dan Maloney wins, unsurprisingly. Don't have their champion lose to a kid who's 17. But then Dan Maloney said after the match, he's like, you're not fucking 17, you know, putting over Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne's very, very good. Then we got a TNT tag team, women's tag team title match. It's the She-Wolves, Casey and Molly Spartan were against the Liverbirds, who I fucking love, which was Angel Hayes and Lizzie Evo, who were the champions. This match was over relatively quickly, and the She-Wolves did beat Evo and Hayes for the tag team titles, which shocked me. I didn't think they were going to get beat, but hey ho, they're the heels. Big babyface title win, not too bad. Then we got Jordan Oliver defeats Tate Mayfairs. Don't really remember too much about this. I remember Jordan Oliver winning. I remember him being very, very, very over with the crowd. Lots of chanting, lots of young, dumb and broke chanting and everything. But I remember the match being pretty good. I remember Jordan Oliver did win though. Then, for some reason, this was pretty much a case of the whole 3 days apart from the main event of the GCW show. They had the death matches before intermission. And this is one thing I will say for TNT. Major positive for me for these shows. They were all on time. All the intermissions were bang on 15 minutes. They all ended on time and they were all like 3 hours or like 2 hours 50 at a push. They were all like slick. Slick was the timing for everything. It was very, very good. And they did like most of the death matches just for intermission, clear the ring, and they did the rest of the show. And obviously in the second show they had a death match main event. Anyway. So, then we got Clint Margera against Alex Colon, Extreme Division ladder match for the title hanging above the ring. We had tubes, we had ladders. This match was fucking good. Clint Margera, Alex Colon, what more do you want? Lots of light bulb shots, lots of fucking tubes, lots of fucking, a big ladder. There were like brawling in the crowd, there was doors. What else did we have? Alex Colon went and got a pane of glass, which was a shower door that you can get from B&Q for about £55–60. I remember because I took that exact same fucking shower door to Games of Death 2, the one that fucking Iceman went through on the outside. So good to see a nice shower door, because it's not so easy for us to get glass. You see in fucking Australia they've got fucking beautiful, crisp, nice, thin sheets of glass where we've got to use fucking shower doors and everything. But I'm gonna get some fucking glass made for some shows, I think, from an actual glazer, so they're thin enough. It's not easy in the UK. We've got skinny tubes and fucking shower doors, and we don't have the luxuries that you do in Australia and fucking America, you know what I mean? Anyway, Clint Margera fucking gave Alex Colon, I think, ran through, like, fucking running sort of DVD through the glass, and in the end, Clint Margera retained his title, regained his title, climbed up the ladder, got the Extreme Division title down, and Alex Colon was beaten. And I think this is a sort of thing with Alex Colon said a little while ago where he said he's going to be like taking an extended break from wrestling at the end of October after all the tours and stuff. So I assume they'll be losing the tag title and the Extreme Division title and the Ultraviolent title, and getting all the belts away before he takes his little break. But very, very good match. And I love that fucking running sort of like forearm fucking thing that Clint Margera is. Clint Margera is very fucking underrated. Then we got, after the intermission, we got Kings of the North, Cover and Bonesaw against CPF, which is Joe Lando and Callum Newman. The match was alright. Kings of the North are awesome. I think they're still the tag team champions in ICW, I believe. They might have lost those belts or not had those belts at what's occurring, but I was a little bit far gone by that point. Anyway, Kings of the North win, good fucking match. Kings of the North are awesome. Then we got Dean Allmark defeated Blake Christian, which was a fucking awesome match. That Dean Allmark's fucking really, really good. I think maybe one of the first or second times I'd seen him. Because for me, usually for the sort of UK stuff that I watch is more or less like deathmatch stuff or like ICW. So I don't think I'd seen that Dean Allmark that often. Ali Katz is against Session Moth Martina. Lots of dancing, lots of drinking wickeds, grinding against each other, lots of talking about each other's pussies and things, amusing commentary. Match was alright, match was quite short. Ali Catch did beat Session Moth Martina, which just surprised me because I thought they were going to put Session Moth over her, just considering what they did at the start with Diamond Looney against Nick Wayne. But then again, I suppose Session Moth doesn't have a title. Anyway, then we got the main event, which was Matt Cardona against Man Like Derice. This was good. Matt Cardona's extremely good on the mic. Just been a total fucking arsehole. Crowd booing him to fuck, calling him Chelsea's bitch. Man Like Derice was very, very fucking over as well. No fucking idea what he was saying when he was coming to the ring, rapping, and he wrote like some sort of rap song about Matt Cardona. No idea what he was saying on the mic. I'm saying, aside from like slight audio issues with stuff like that, the production was great. Replays, commentary was good, commentary was loud, the music was alright, the production was really, really good. Anyway, Matt Cardona wins this for his internet title. I'm sure there was like various different things where like Man Like Derice nearly won, doing like 450s and all sorts of shit, and I'm sure at the very end Cardona like pushed something to the ref or something, low blow them, gave him the sack rider, and or the rough rider, what the fuck they were calling it in commentary. 800 different names for these different moves, and retains his title. So that was that. Then we moved on to the GCW show that I should have been at. Anyway, I'll not dwell on it. We also got people like Ali Catch, FA, MLJ, Jordan Oliver on commentary. I'm sure Nick Wayne might have been in commentary for a little while. Just good to hear like different perspectives and things, because this was the GCW show. So we got Jordan Oliver against Blake Christian to open the show. I groaned a little when I saw it, but this match is pretty fucking good, to be honest. Jordan Oliver wins as well. So pretty big fucking win for him, to be honest. I mean, he's probably beaten Blake Christian before, but I mean, in the last little while, Blake Christian's been pushed to the fucking moon. Then we got Ali Catch against Millie McKenzie. This match was fucking great. Lots of fucking stiff fucking shots. Millie was fucking over, Ali was fucking over, Ali Catch does win in the end. This is the GCW show. Then we got an internet title match with Matt Cardona against Mad Kurt. I missed some of this. There was lots of just shtick with the crowd and everything. There's a bit where fucking Matt Cardona blasted Matt Kurt in the head with his fucking keyboard. That looked fucking sick. Matt Cardona in the end did win, but Mad Kurt was so fucking over, and there was brief seconds where you thought he might just fucking win the fucking internet title. But he didn't. Then we got fucking Big fucking Joe, the man, making his fucking debut in GCW. I know it's still in TNT, but this is his fucking GCW debut. He was against Clint Margera, Jimmy Lloyd, John Wayne Murdoch. We had light tubes, we had boards. We had boards with like toy soldiers on them. I don't think that got used. We had boards with light tubes. We had fishing wire that was Joe put in like Jimmy Lloyd's mouth. Do you want to come up here, Navy? Come on, Navy. Come up. Come on, Navy. What else did we have? Just light tube battles. Just all these guys just fucking brawling fucking everywhere, fighting all over the fucking place. It was really, really fucking good. Thumbtacks, Jimmy Lloyd got fucking chokeslammed in the thumbtacks. Big Joe in the end, I think it was Clint Margera gave John Wayne Murdoch a DVD from the apron through light tube fucking things. Oh, it was fucking awesome. Thought Big Joe fucking cut his arm pretty bad, but he looked okay afterwards. And then in the end, I think Big Joe hit Jimmy Lloyd with a tombstone onto thumbtacks, and Big fucking Joe wins. Woo! Fuck yes. The fucking flag bearer of fucking British deathmatch wrestling, Big fucking Joe, who's fucking everywhere. Everywhere. Any fucking company that matters of fuck, Big Joe's there when it's to do with deathmatches. What do you want, missus? Yes, Navy. And he also got me a fucking t-shirt, because I want you able to make it TNT, so I fucking appreciate that, Joe, thank you. So Big Joe gets the mic afterwards and basically says, you guys have got a fucking tournament, NGI, and I was like, oh my god, Big fucking Joe's in the NGI. Yes, Navy. Anytime I go on the camera, she wants to just be a part of everything, don't you? You like Big Joe, don't you, Navy? So we've got Big Joe in the NGI. John Wayne Murdoch takes the fucking mic off Big Joe. Yes, I know. And it basically says, fuck you, I'm going to be in the fucking NGI. So we've got first round NGI. We've got Big fucking Joe against fucking John Wayne fucking Murdoch. Holy fuck. Awesome fucking match. Then we got I think it was a 4-way match. I thought it was going to be like a tag team, but anyway, so it's Cole Radricks, Joe Lando, Leon Slater. Fucking well done for fucking Leon Slater for getting on this fucking show, by the way. He is motherfucking money. Seen him at fucking Rise, seen him at TNT, he's really, really fucking good. A star in the fucking making. And Tony Deppen in this match. Always good to see Tony Deppen. One of the best fucking wrestlers in the fucking world. This match was awesome. Cole Radrick's wins at the end with like this sort of sit out pile driver neck breakery packagey thing, but awesome flips and dives and frog splashes and sentons and all sorts of shit. Good match. And in the end, fucking Tony Deppen doesn't even be a cunt. He basically is like Leon Slater. He's fucking awesome. That was really good to see Tony Deppen do that. Leon Slater's great, getting fucking everywhere. I'll be seeing him at Rise next month, and I'll be at fucking Rise. There's another thing that's happened. We're going to talk about that in a little while. I'm fucking sponsoring Rise or Die. I get my fucking logo in the fucking ring. Fuck yeah. Anyway, then we got Joey Janela against Nick Wayne. Joey Janela came out to a song that I can't remember. Somebody put in the comments. I can't be bothered going back to look at see what it was. This match was awesome. Joey Janela and Nick Wayne. It was like just one of these. It was like it meant like it's kind of like obviously they've wrestled before, but it's like seemed like this match because they were both in the UK. It's like it meant like so much for them, and they're both just doing so fucking much super kicks and beating the shit out of each other, making each other look like fucking gold. And in the end, Joey Janela wins. I think it was like with a big double stomp or something. Good fucking match. And then we got Effie against Session Moth Martina. Session Moth Martina, there was lots of sort of Effie became straight Effie, and he was wanting to shag Session Moth Martina, and she had a kendo stick with like cans of red stripe on it, which was shoved up Effie's arse. Which was really funny. Like Effie's facial expressions was getting things shoved up his arse. It was very much like Rick Mail in the bottom episode, bottom live show. Was it Weapons Grade Wife? It's the very last one, 2003 one, where he gets the sort of Hoover extraction thing shoved up his arse with the modesty screen, and his facial expressions when he's getting someone shoved up his arse. It was fucking funny. Anyway, that's what Effie reminded me of. Rick Mail from a live bottom show. Any American people who watch this don't know, just fucking look it up. We've got Bottom Live, and you'll find it. And then we got the main event, a non-title death match. I thought it might have been for the title. Freedom's fucking world champion Drew fucking Parker against Alex Colon. These two are great. They can do no wrong. We had light tubes on the ropes. We had light tube log cabins that was made by my good friend Dean. Made that fucking light tube log cabin that fucking Alex Colon DDT'd fucking Drew Parker from. So I can give Dean a big fucking round of applause for fucking making all the shit for that. All sorts of shit. There's light tubes and just jumping at the ring, and Alex Colon got thrown through a door. There was ladders. There was just so many fucking light tube shots. There were bleeding fucking buckets. In the end, there was a big like senton from the top of the ladder from Drew Parker onto Alex Colon with light tubes, and Alex Colon kicked out. Drew Parker gave him a big fucking knee, the move that actually got him a whole big fucking hole in his leg, to Alex Colon's face, and wins. I was going to say retain the title, but apparently it was a non-title match. I thought it was for the Freedom's title. That's why I thought Drew Parker won. But anyway, awesome show. Wish I'd fucking been there. These things happen. And then we move on to GCW versus fucking TNT. We'll go through this as quickly as humanly possible. So we had Blake Christian against Robbie X. Robbie X is fucking money. Blake Christian wins. I think it's the first win he had of this little tour. Then we got the Kings of the North. Were meant to be against John Oliver and Nick Wayne, but I think Nick Wayne was injured from the night before or something happened. So Kings of the North were against Cole Radrick, stepped up for him and Jordan Oliver. Kings of the North win, unsurprisingly. I mean, they're against Jordan Oliver and Cole Radrick, so are the GCW guys. But Kings of the North are a team, you know, works in that regard. And what else did we have? Then we had Man Like Doris was against Tony Depp, and this match was fucking really good. Man Like Doris did win, did beat Tony Depp. I can't remember what the finish was. I'm sure Tony Depp can try to do something sneaky and naughty, but he got Man Like Doris did win in the end. Like I'm saying, I did watch these shows. I've watched some of these shows twice. It's difficult to fucking remember if you're watching 15 fucking wrestling shows. You know what I mean? Then we had a 6-man tag team motherfucking deathmatch, as we had GCW team Cologne, Jimmy Lloyd, Johnny Murdoch, what do you want this is? Against Team TNT, Big fucking Joe Clip Margera, Drew Parker. This match was good. I felt it was a bit quick. I also felt that for, this is just me because my blood and guts mark, my light tube mark, my glass mark. I felt that for GCW in the UK, finally after 2 years, that we were going to get a bit more light tubes and things. Like, we did have light tubes, obviously. We had light tubes for some of the matches and the death matches and things, and we did have violent matches, and we had blood and we had gore, and we had Drew Parker throwing darts and people, and we had fishing wire and everything. I just felt that there was like not that many weapons like around the ring. Like there was still like boards and there was light tubes and there was like various different things. I just felt that there could have been more. But hey ho, maybe there's, I don't know, something to do with buildings or something to do with, but I don't know, it just seems strange. But this match was over relatively quickly. I thought Team TNT were going to win. On this show as well, they were kind of doing like, oh, it's like Team TNT, they get a point. Team GCW, they get a point. And then, so at this point, TNT got 1, TNT got 2. By this point, when GCW won, it's 2-2. 3 to TNT, 4. I think TNT won in the end by like 2, sort of. Who knows? And then, what happened for the end of this match? I think it was Johnny Murdoch gave Clint Margera his brainbuster thing on like a chair, and that was it, and the match was over relatively quickly, but still good to see all these fucking guys. They're all fucking very, very talented. Joe, Clint, Drew Parker, you know, like 3 of the best fucking deathmatch wrestlers in the world. And they're off the fucking UK. So it touches your heart, you know. Then we got Liz Evo against Ali Catch. Got Ali Catch not having such a fuck about comedy match like she had with not that I mind fuck about comedy matches, but I just want to see her like have a proper serious match with Lizzie Evo. And I suppose she did have one with Millie McKenzie as well. Just prefer Ali Catch more like hard hitting as opposed to comedy. That's just my personal opinion. Then we got a fucking awesome match. Joey Janela against Gene Money. Nipple tape. There was like fucking Joey Janela got put through a fucking guardrail in the ring. Joey Janela done his big flip from the ropes onto a chair. Joey Janela was like put through a chair. It was just like fuck me. There's so many fucking horrible spots like Joey Janela's back and everything. Gene Money can fucking wrestle as well. You think he's just some sort of, you've only seen him for the first time and think, oh, he's just some sort of comedy guy, but he's fucking really, really good. Former Rise fucking world champion as well. Anyway, so Joey Janela wins that one, and then we got a 3-way match, which was meant to be, I think it was meant to be Effie and Shane Monet, and then Visage came down, and then we got 3-way, and this match was just good, sort of an LGBT match for continents, for 2 different worlds of LGBT collide from the US and the UK. And Shane Monet won, who was the heel, which I didn't expect. I thought Visage was going to win this match, or Effie, but Shane Monet won, so that was good. Good to see them go over. And then the main event, we had Dan Maloney against Matt Cardona for the TNT World title. And in the end, this match was good. There was a lot of shtick with Cardona, like getting out of the ring, fucking about on the mic, going into the crowd, all this stuff. So the match still went about like half an hour. But in the end, Dan Maloney did win with his sort of like, he's kind of got them up in like a sort of like a dominator position, and then he puts them straight down into like a sort of awful waffle like pile driver thing. I think what they call it, the gorilla killer, something. I can't remember what Dan Maloney's nickname is. Something gorilla something. Anyway, that match is good. Dan Maloney wins and retains, and then obviously we've still got the thing that we're going to get this. So that was TNT GCW. Very, very big, massive weekend for TNT and GCW. Amazing to see all the guys over here. Wish I'd been at one of the shows or all of the shows, but these things happen. I will be at all of the shows next year. Fucking guarantee you of that, because they're coming back next fucking year. Now, move on to some more UK stuff. Pro 2 Wrestling. This was at the venue 38 in Ayr, August 27th for Beach Brawl. We had a fucking death match in fucking Scotland between fucking Iceman and his fucking son Jack Harp. And this was fucking insane. The only thing I will say for Pro 2 Wrestling, my only criticism of this match was really fucking good. Father and son beating the shit out of each other with light tubes, smashing the fuck out of each other, just Iceman running head first into fucking like a big light tube thing like set up in the corner. Lots of fucking light tubes as well. Jack got fucking skewered to fuck. Only thing I will say is the venue must be like some sort of like nightclubby type thing. There was lots of like sort of like neon lights and dark, and it was a little bit difficult to see at points when they were like out the ring. Maybe just being the camera angle. But other than that, match was fucking excellent. Hopefully I think we're getting them fighting each other again somewhere else in Scotland. And hopefully we'll probably get them fighting somewhere else in Scotland next year. But we will yet to see. But that match was fucking good. Iceman's awesome. Jack's fucking awesome. The ending was, I think there was like a time limit went, then they went to another time limit, and then the match kind of got cut off. You don't want to have Iceman just beat his son, you don't want to have just beat Iceman there and there. You need to just kind of build it up and build it up and build it up. Because we were meant to have this match at Rise's show in June, for the Queen's Jubilee thing. But obviously we couldn't have that because of all that other crap that happened for that. Anyway, fucking check it out if you get the opportunity. And I was meant to fucking go to Pro 2, couldn't get finished my work in time. Pro 2 fucking wrestling, doing fucking death matches in Scotland, fuck yes. Before we go to that, we had DMDU's Dream fucking tournament. Death Rolls Everything Around Me 2022. This was awesome. So fucking good to see fucking Australia. They use so many like different weapons and so many panes of glass. I love panes of glass. I love me some fucking panes of glass. Anyway, so for the first opening round, this was Aaron Swanson. This is on the 27th of August. We saw it like a couple of weeks later, or a week or so later on IWTV. They're getting a lot quicker with their shows on IWTV. So we had Vixen against Michelle K. Hasluck. This match was awesome. I think it was my first time seeing Hasluck. They're punching the fuck out of each other. Hasluck was like sticking like just individual drawn pins in fucking Vixen's head. They had Legos. There was like a big board that they put Legos and thumbtacks and like cactus things on, and Vixen fucking smashed that through that. Smashed Hasluck through that. Jesus Christ. And then at the end, she had like a sort of crossface on Hasluck, and she fucking tapped out. Really, really good match to open the show. And then apparently this was like Michelle Hasluck's like last match in Melbourne or something. And she wanted it to be against Vixen because I think her first match was against Vixen. They both just put each other over. Really, really nice moment. So good to see them. Then we got Joe Bateman, Xavier Black. This was a Bunnings Scramble Bunkhouse. I assume Bunnings in Australia is some sort of hardware store. B&Q over here. So this is, we had like carpet strip contraptions, we had cinder blocks, there was like plastic pigeon spikes in a fucking bat, Jesus Christ. There was like a big carpet strip contraption that looked so fucking sharp that they both went through, like Russian leg sweep style. I think they both went through that. In the end, there was like headbutts by Joel Bateman, cinder blocks smashed on Joel Bateman's back. Joel Bateman got a bit of a cinder block, put it on fucking Xavier Black's head and just skin headbutt at full force. So it was like, God almighty. And he won, but like, I don't know if they were like selling it as like a concussion, but it looked like, I was like, gee, he's either really, really good or he actually got a concussion. I was like, Jesus Christ, that was scary. Then we got Damien Rivers against Will Walker. It was like 2 to 3 boards, fuckery boards. One of them was like gusset plates and chilies, like big red chilies on the outside. That was fucking funny looking. In this match, Damien Rivers won. We had what's Will Walker's missus called? I can't fucking remember her name. Rochelle Roche, there we go. Fucking hell, to look up all this fucking shit. Anyway, so Will Walker's missus Rochelle Roche was there. I think she got like handcuffed to the thing by Damien Rivers. Anyway, it was Will Walker against Damien Rivers in this match, so I don't know if I mentioned that. Too many names, too many things. And what else? We got another board that was like barbed wire, and it was like barbed wire light bulbs. And the final one, there was like loads of tea lights all over it, which I think they got at TNT. I think Big Joe went through like a tea light covered board. So we got tea lights and everything, and then eventually Will Walker got powerbombed through it, and Damien Rivers wins. And their rivalry continues into the night. Then we got the DMDU Deathmatch title was defended in every match in this tournament, by the way, Callum Butcher's title. And so we got, and I didn't notice this until I spoke to the guy from Faces and Feels, chatting to him the other night. Probably going to do something with him throughout the week. When I was speaking to him, because obviously I met fucking Callum Butcher and his missus in Derby, I did not realise that she was the same Erin that was on commentary for DMDU, or else I would have spoke to her a lot more about commentary. They never, in DMDU, you hear them all, you never ever really see who's on commentary that much. They don't ever like sort of like make a big, it's the same with like ICW Rhodes Barred or anything. You didn't know the struggles of Ron Ware. You just watched the show. They never ever show them. You know what I mean? Like, you would never know who they were. So anyway, it's like, I wish I'd known that. I would have sat and spoke to her about the fucking commentary in DMDU, because I think the commentary in DMDU is fucking amazing. Anyway, Callum Butcher defends his DMDU title, which is going to be on the line the whole thing, against Vic Craig. Fucking love him. And York. 3-way. There's cans. There was cans on chains being smacked into Callum Butcher. Callum Butcher did like the cans like stick thing that they use in Kumite, blasting it all over, pouring it all over himself all around the ring. There was cans all over a board. Callum Butcher went through that. We had a big pane of glass. There was a kind of like
cannons, like hangman thing that Vic Craig put Callum Butcher through that. Big pane of glass, and then we had, it was like cans and light tubes, and York did his big fucking spinning like senton. What a move, by the way. Senton fucking sidewalk slam, sorry, from the top rope. Fucking awesome. Callum Butcher wins in the end. I think he did his sort of like back elbow thing when somebody else was trying to pin somebody. You should go post. And wins and retains his title. Then we got, I think, the match of the fucking night. Camby Crawford against Jordan Sampson. Watch this on IWTV. I can't do it justice. There's light tubes. It's insane. They beat the fuck out of each other. That's all I'm going to say about that match. It was fucking the best match by far of the entire tournament. Camby Crawford, Jordan Sampson. Fucking watch it. Then we got Jimmy Lloyd against Mad Dog. We'd like running fucking assault drivers through like panes of glass and everything. And I think it was a battle with like, honour humanity, but at the very start they like fist bumped and shook hands and stuff. Like that's honour, you know. Anyway. Jimmy Lloyd defeats Mad Dog in that match, like big fucking Mad Dog, like leg drops and like panes of glass and everything. Good match, Jimmy Lloyd. You know, he's not gonna. That's why I was kind of annoyed that he was in the first round with Mad Dog. It's like he's not gonna fly all over to Australia to just have, you know, one round. We had Gore was against Anth Kava. I don't remember much of this match, but I mean Gore won. I think it was pretty fast, like a sort of non break of the tournament. Then we got fans wearing the weapons. It was Joe Bateman, Damien Rivers, and Vixen. I remember was the barbed wire bats. I'm sure that the two fans wearing the weapons matches were kind of slower paced than a lot of the first round matches because obviously they're going to be fucking knackered. Anyway, Joe Bateman wins that one. I'm pretty sure he was like, Vixen was going to do something and then like Joe Bateman like ran in and got the pin. And then afterwards, later on in the night we'll find out more to do with Joe Bateman and Vixen. Anyway, Joe Bateman wins that one. He goes into the finals. Callum Butcher, Camby Crawford, Jimmy Lloyd, fans wearing the weapons match. Same sort of idea, everybody's fucking knackered from the first round and the people are saving themselves for the titles, for the final, sorry. And then we got Callum Butcher fucking wins that, so it was the fucking rematch of the fucking Dream Tournament 1. It's Joe Bateman versus Callum fucking Butcher. Joe Bateman's ICW No Holds Barred titles on the line, his fucking Heathen Combat titles on the line, and Callum Butcher's DMDU Deathmatch titles on the line. Winner takes all, 20 years of carnage. I think it was like no rope barbed wire, light tubes. I think there's a bit where like Callum Butcher like ran with Joe Bateman to the outside and like either did like a psycho driver thing or that, went right through like glass and light bulbs and everything right to the fucking floor. It was like, Jesus Christ. All the belts were on the line. This match was fucking insane. Light tubes, no rope barbed wire. It was mental. Just go and watch it. Go and watch it. Me talking won't do it justice. But in the end, Joe Bateman fucking wins. He is the Triple Crown Deathmatch champion, the New Zealand Deathmatch title, Australia Deathmatch title, American Deathmatch title. And basically puts over DMDU, puts over Callum, puts over the crowd, puts over everybody, says to Vixen. I think there's going to be a New Zealand Deathmatch tournament in November, I think, through Vic Craig's promotion. So I think Callum, Butcher and York are going to be in that with Vic Craig, and now Joe Bateman, I think. But I think Joe Bateman said basically at the DMDU show portion of the Australia tour that NHB are doing, that I think it's pretty much Joe Bateman's like, right, me and you Vixen for the title. Awesome tournament. Fucking go and watch it. Please fucking go and watch it. It was fucking great. Deathmatch Down Under, one of the best deathmatch companies in the world. They use so much fucking glass, they've got so much fucking talent. Don't they need me? Those are good post. Those are good post. And that was a fucking awesome tournament. And definitely go out of your way to watch Camby Crawford against Jordan Sampson. Mwah, brilliant. Anyway, moving on to ICW No Holds Barred. So now we move on to NHB 30, which was the mystery Ultraviolent Vortex, Mystery Vortex. This was in Summit, Illinois, USA, the Summit Park District. This is basically their show to give everybody a show from the cancellation of IWA King of the Death matches. By the way, apparently Circle 6, which is another company that I need to fucking cover that I'm not covering in this episode. But as we go further forward, I'm going to cover a lot more Circle 6 stuff because I fucking love all the fucking guys they've got there. There's just so much fucking deathmatch wrestling. Still got to keep on top of everything all the time. Basically, Circle 6 have now, thanks to the blessing from IWA Mid-South, oddly enough, they now have the rights to the Ted Petty Invitational and King of the Death matches. So next year we're going to have King of the Death matches 2023, and it's going to be in Circle 6. Anyway, so this show, we started off with Akira versus Dale Patrick's. Fucking good. It's Akira Dale Patrick's. What fucking more do you want? Akira always opens the fucking ICW No Holds Barred shows. You know what you're going to get. It's Akira. He fucking wins. Great fucking match. Then the next match, because this was a mystery show, obviously, I mean, Akira's still going to open. We got Tommy Vendetta was against Orn Veit. Orn Veit returning. Orn Veit returning to ICW No Holds Barred. And it won't be the last time because we've got him in LA as well. This match is fucking good. Tommy Vendetta's so fucking good. This match was fucking awesome. Orn Veit, who I did think was going to win just because he's like, when he was in NHB previously, I mean, aside from against like John Murdoch and stuff, like he always usually like did have quite a good showing. Then we got probably Tommy Vendetta wins that one, by the way. Then we got Bobby Beverly against fucking Otis Kogar. Otis Kogar makes his debut in ICW No Holds Barred in the motherfucking chains. There's carpet strips, beating the shit at each other with light tubes. It was just awesome. So good to see Otis Kogar, because obviously these two guys know each other very, very well. 440 Ricochet and Page connections. Great fucking match. Big sidos, suplexes, big fucking knees, light tube shots, great fucking shit. Bobby Beverly wins, as he always should. Good to see fucking Otis though, very, very good. And then we got Hoodfoot against Eric Ryan. No tubes for this one. I think it was Taipei dog collar match. I mean, I didn't want to see this match. I want to see this match like 200 light tubes, like 14 panes of glass, but that's just me. It was still a really, really good match. It's this thing that you'd see from the Battle of Tough Guys tournament that we'll go to talk about, that you don't need light tubes to have good death matches, although they do help, aesthetically, sound-wise. But anyway, Hoodfoot defeated Eric Ryan. I was like, I mean, obviously Hoodfoot's been pushed to the fucking moon, but Eric Ryan's still like one of my favourite wrestlers and one of the best deathmatch wrestlers in the world. Quite a short match as well. Then we got Johnny Murdoch was against Justin Kyle in a death match. Justin Kyle making his return. And in the end of this, there was like tubes and fucking all sorts of like exploding bats and all sorts of shit. Johnny Murdoch did win. Like he gave him like the big brainbuster thing, and he at the end he choked fucking Justin Kyle out. And then the main event, go and watch this. I'll say this so many times on this show. Watch this fucking death match because it was fucking insane. So good. Such a random match. Cruel, Mickey Knuckles, Sadika and Schlack. 4-way death match. Just watch it. It's mental. It was just like first of all, like Sadika came out, and then it was like Cruel came out, I think. Then Mickey Knuckles. It was like the way they came out, and I was like, holy fuck, these 4 fucking people. Insane match. Great fucking mystery Vortex show. Great little afternoon show. And then obviously, I assume a lot of people that were there were fucking loaded. There was a guy in the crowd who was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. It was mortal, wasted beyond belief. Not saying I'm the most sober wrestling shows, but I was certainly not doing what he was doing. You know, he was like fucking grabbing light tubes and hitting them in his head and like pulling boards. There was a bit where like Neil and the Carver had like a razor blade board or something, and like he moved the board, he was touching the board or something, or like holding it, and I was like, just like fucking hell, man, like just be drunk, but like don't like, you know, don't fucking like take things from the ring while people are actually fucking wrestling. Anyway, open the match, Eric Ryan, Akira. Akira beat Eric Ryan as well. I was like, oh come on Eric, why is he getting beat so much? Something to snap and just go mental and snuff stomp the fuck out of people. Akira gave him like, the finish I thought was kind of like flat. It was like a scorpion kick, but there was so many, like Akira gave him like the thumbtack jack finish, then he gave him like his big like reverse DDT finish, and then in the end he just put light bulbs on him and gave him like a scorpion kick, and that took him out. And I was like, match was still really, really good, but I just still thought the finish, I just want to see Eric Ryan win just because I'm a mark for him. Anyway, then we got Bobby Beverly against Dale Patricks. These two guys can do no wrong. Bobby Beverly wins as well, as he should. Like I say, always Bobby Beverly is so fucking over. I want to see him win the title. Please give him the title at some point, please. Then we got a death match for Marcus Crane from my boy Neil fucking Diamond Cutter, who was just in Slave for the death match, by the way. Along with various other different people. I'm going to cover that probably next week on next week's show, because now I'm going to be doing a show a week. Don't hold me to that. Hopefully do a show a week. With Neil Diamond Cutter against the Carver, the Carver came out in like a crane jacket, the Devil's big red dick, red light tubes. Neil Diamond Cutter came out with the shield, running into each other with the shield. The Carver had an axe, carving up Neil's head with an axe. They had like the razor blade spot I was talking about, was like set up in the corner. Like Neil ran and gave him a sort of like flip, like sort of like Code Red-esque, like flipping like powerbomb thing into the Carver and all the fucking razor blades. We had a big splash from Neil, like the big fucking Kasai splash, and into tubes onto the Carver. Carver kicks out. Neil Diamond Cutter puts Carver on a table, on the on a door on the outside, goes up the very top of the platform, big huge fucking splash, pins him, Carver 1, 2, 3. Neil Diamond Cutter wins. Neil Diamond Cutter getting emotional. Obviously, it's a tribute to Marcus Crane. Rest in peace, fucking Marcus Crane, by the way. Great fucking match. Then we move on to Tommy Vendetta with Darren McCarthy against Danny D'Amato with mittens, I believe. I think he was out with mittens. Was he with mittens? Doesn't look like he's with mittens on the poster, but I think I'm sure, almost certain mittens was there. This was just, there was like gusset plates. It was just everything you could expect. Just go and fucking watch these shows. Like, I will talk about ICW News Updates. Still, aside from all this like drama and fucking nonsense and everything, they're still one of the fucking best deathmatch companies in the fucking world. I've not seen them do a bad show. Genuinely haven't. And I love me some fucking blood and violence. So just go and fucking watch the show. It's fucking awesome. Tommy Vendetta does beat Danny D'Amato. I think he gave him like a couple pile drivers, there was Legos, there was sprinkles, there was like a CD board, they were punching each other in the crowd, there was exploding bats, all sorts of shit. And then the next match, I think it was meant to be Schlack against, Tommy Vendetta does win that, by the way. Schlack was meant to be against Ruben Steele, who got injured again. I was like, fuck's sake, love Ruben. We're going to get injured all the time, hopefully he's well soon, gets better. Schlack was against Remington Roar. This was great. Big fucking elbow drops through light bulbs, just throwing each other through like doors on the floor. A big fucking like suplex through glass. Schlack's just beating the fuck out of him, throwing bulbs. It was just, it was awesome, really good match. Schlack wins in what is going to be probably his last ICW News Updates match for the foreseeable future, thanks to the situation. And then he's like throwing light bulbs at Remington Roar afterwards. Remington Roar's fucking good. That guy fucking do some blood and fucking guts. He was biting tubes as well. Then we got Hoodfoot against Sadaka. And my Christ, I'll show you up there, the fucking cut in Hoodfoot's fucking arm. This has been a month for fucking big fucking cuts as well. Horrible, nasty, disgusting cuts. This is what happens in deathmatch wrestling. It's, you know, it's not ballet, as they fucking say. Anyway, Hoodfoot against Sadaka, there was like a big fucking suplex from the rafters, the bleachers, sorry. Tommy Vendetta and Danny D'Amato were out in the rafters as well. The bleachers, why do I keep calling them rafters? Anyway, Hoodfoot took a big suplex from that. Look at that fucking cut on his arm. Jesus fuck. Huge big thing from a light tube. It's like, you know, thing is, it's still just sort of light tubes, but my fucking god, they can fucking cut you fucking deep and nearly fucking kill you. So that's Nick fucking Gage. Light tubes can do. Hoodfoot in the end, there was like, Sadaka did like a big spin and flip to the outside on the Hoodfoot onto a door, it didn't break. Like a big suplex from Sadaka from the bleachers to Hoodfoot onto the floor. There's light bulb shots, a big light bulb fan, but there was like a light bulb bundle fan. There was so much glass and violence in this one. And then on the top they went to like the top of the thing, pane of glass in the ring. Both people went through it, like sort of like standing Russian leg sweep, just falling right through all the glass. Hoodfoot wins. Both people are getting money thrown at them in the ring. They've got both their flags, like the Chicago flag and the Mexican flag. So fucking over. Beautiful, great match. Hoodfoot is insane. How he goes through with all this is mental. And then in the main event, we had Cruel against John Wayne Murdoch. This match was mad. There was like light bulbs all set up in the thing. Cruel went to do the big taker dive, jabbed right into the light bulbs, more or less hit the chains. All the light bulbs broke. He didn't even get out of the ring. I was like, Jesus Christ. So the bit where like John Wayne Murdoch was gonna like suplex Hoodfoot through like a board that was covered in like light tube, so many light tubes in it. Kind of suplexed him. Like obviously John Ward didn't go over, he kind of suplexed him, kind of landed on it, like some of them broke, some of them didn't broke. I was like, oh my god. In the end there was like a door over like John Wayne Murdoch's face, he was like punching him in the fucking head and everything. And I'm sure on one of these shows, it might have been on the earlier show, we thought that Nick Gage was going to come out on the mystery show, and it was just John Wayne Murdoch. I'm pretty sure, did that happen on the show before? Yeah, I think it was John Wayne Murdoch against Justin Kyle. I think they thought it was going to be like Nick Gage, he came out to Nick Gage's music, and then John Wayne Murdoch obviously has been billed from the penthouse at the Shobo Hotel and things like that. Anyway, Cruel beats John Wayne Murdoch. Great match, great fucking show. Two of the best shows ICW News Updates have done in a long time. Just watch them. Go and watch them. Don't fucking listen to me. Go and fucking watch them. And then subscribe to me. Thank you. So that was NHB 30 and 31. Mystery Vortex shows in Chicago, in Illinois. And then we move on to ICW No Life Battle of the fucking Tough Guys. Night 1 and Night 2. And then we're more or less like halfway through all. So Battle of the Tough Guys, Night 1. This was at the Sonia in Massachusetts. And I don't think we're going to get any more shows there because I think they're like the owners of the venue are going to like tear it down or build it into fucking something like that. Anyway, first match, we're meant to get Akira against someone who I can't remember the name of. He was against Dr. Redacted, who I'd seen previously at various different shows, like puts himself in a trash can and throws himself. He did put himself in a trash can, threw himself off the top of the fucking cage. We've got the square cage for this show for the Pit Fighter X. Battle of the Tough Guys 2. Akira did fucking like win. I'm pretty sure he gave him like his big reverse DDT onto all these boards and doors and everything. Ends up winning. Great match. Akira wins. Akira opens. Great. Then we got KTB against one called fucking Manders. I'm sure KTB was meant to be against Gary J or something. Anyway, but then we got KTB against one called Manders. This was great. Two big massive guys. Fucking just awesome. KTB had like antlers, like fucking deer antlers and everything, and Manders had like spurs, and they were cutting each other and throwing each other through doors and throwing each other into the cages and everything. In the end, KTB did win that match. Great fucking match. This is the thing I do like about Battle of Tough Guys. So matches are fucking short. Then we got possibly one of my favourite matches of the entire weekend. Entire weekend of that show was Slade against Christian Ross. Christian Ross is insane because now we have also got H2O have now got a working agreement with ICW No Life. Matt Tremont, Danny DeManto, the two bosses have come together, and now we've got NHB talent going to No Life, and we've got No Life talent coming to H2O talent going another way. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we've got Slade against Christian Ross. Slade's so fucking over. I love fucking Slade. They'd cinder blocks, they'd gusset plates, and then at the end, this match was like 3 minutes. Slade got a chair and beat the shit. And reminiscent of, it was like, there was a show in like 2007 or 2006 or something. It was Danny Havoc against Brain Damage. And Danny Havoc's just fucking swinging this fucking chair at Brain Damage's head again and again and again. Unprotected chair shots, like 7 in a row. And this was more or less what fucking Slade did to Christian Ross. Didn't put his hands up, just beat the shit out of him. And the final one, the chair just crumpled and disintegrated. I was like, holy fuck, I lost my shit watching that. It was great. No matter what you say, fucking chair shots to the head, they look fucking cool and they sound fucking cool. Probably not good for the brain cells, but hey ho, it looks good. So Slade won that match, like holy shit, I think they got called referee's decision. Then we got Brandon Kirk against Danny DeManto. What did we get? I think we got like we got like a cutter by DeManto onto like a bed of chairs, we got gusset plates, got all sorts of crap. In this match, I'm pretty sure Brandon Kirk actually won with the Psycho Driver Fuck Your Life, I think, in this match. It's just like the first time he's ever won with it. All the time he hits it, he never ever wins with it. What are you doing? I know. Then we got Hoodfoot versus Harvey Heater. This was good. I want to see Harvey Heater go a little bit further in this, but he's against Hoodfoot. Gusset plates, beating the shit out of each other. Very, very good. Hoodfoot's awesome. I was surprised Hoodfoot was even in the fucking tournament with that fucking huge cut in his arm. It was very, very well taped up. Huge big hole in his arm, you know what I mean? In the end, I think Hoodfoot gave Harvey Heater like a suplex into like a barbed wire board or something. And then I think pinned him after that. Pretty sure that's how it ended. Then we got Bobby Beverly against Castle Valentine. These two, I mean, this is the sort of thing I want. If I went to see these two guys, I want to see them with tubes. But we didn't have tubes, because whatever. Anyway, it was still awesome. Fucking just Bev bleeding like shit. Bev's wearing all white as well, so you know he's going to get fucking bloody. Not if he gets bloody if he doesn't wear white, he always gets bloody. Bev, in the end, I think he gave him like a Sido onto a chair, and then he gave him a Sido into a barbed wire board, and then he gave him that big fucking knee. It's like Bev's new finisher, this big fucking knee. Beat Castle Valentine, advances, fuck yeah. Then we got Johnny Murdoch against Aaron Williams. First round match. This was fucking the spots in this were like the music. The audio to start with for this show was terrible. Really like sound like they're underwater, and then this from Aaron Williams music came on. It was so fucking loud. I was like, what the fuck's happening? In this match, Johnny Murdoch, there's like, he took Aaron Williams wears a shirt, he took his shirt off, smacked him right in the fucking chest with a fucking thumbtack bat. I was like, holy shit, such a nasty fucking spot. There's another bit as well where Aaron Williams was like gave a big splash from the top of the cage to the outside of the cage onto Johnny Murdoch, who's lying on a table. In the ring eventually, I think Johnny Murdoch gave Iron Worms a low blow, rolled him up, advanced. Then in the main event, we got Matt Tremont against fucking Chris Bradley. Student against teacher. We got trash can lids, we got gusset plates, we got chairs, we got all sorts of fucking shit. And in the end, I think Matt Tremont did a big run in Death Valley Driver through a barbed wire board and beat Chris Bradley. Excellent match, excellent first night of the fucking tournament. And then, my god, we don't have too many more reviews to go for this fucking shit. Jesus Christ, it's not easy. Then we move on to night 2, Battle of the Tough Guys. We got Akira versus Johnny Murdoch opening the show. And Akira fucking won. Akira apparently got a razor blade stuck in his eye. I mean, sorry, this is the night show, part 2. Not the next night. Akira got a razor blade stuck in his eye because he's got this big fucking like eye patch, like mound of like tape all over his face. Got like a razor blade stuck, like not in his eye, like in his eyelid or like in his eyebrow. Jesus Christ. He did win and he had like a submission on Johnny Murdoch. Johnny Murdoch's trying to like climb out the cage and he fucking puts his feet up on the cage and he ends up making him submit from there. I was like, holy shit, Johnny Murdoch fucking got beat by Akira. Then we got Brandon Kirk against KTB. I can't fucking really remember what happened in this match. I remember, oh yeah, that at the end, KTB poured out like a pile of like animals, skulls and bones and everything, and Brandon Kirk gave him a big pile driver and won that way. Good match. Then we got Bobby Beverly against Slade, and this was even shorter than the last match. Just both running in, both giving each other big fucking moves, and in the end, Bobby Beverly gets an upset and then gave him like a side-o into a door or something, and then hit him with the knee. Bobby Beverly wins. Happy. Just these quick matches with like Slade and Bobby Beverly, like, oh, that's what you need. Then we got Hoodfoot versus Matt Tremont. Matt Tremont bleeding like fuck. We had pentagrams with like carpet strips, gusset plates, all sorts of fucking shit. I'm sure the Brandon Kirk KTB match as well, we did get a bowling ball. Maybe that was the Manders match. Anyway, Hoodfoot did beat Matt Tremont as well. I think this was... I'm sure he made him tap out. Pretty sure he made Tremont tap out, which is pretty fucking shocking. Then we got Bobby Beverly against Akira. And I remember in this match, I thought Akira was going to win. Like there was like a lot of like near falls and kickouts. And then like Atticus Kogar's fucking music hit, and I was like, holy shit, we're gonna get fucking Silver Teeth fucking Satan. And then Bobby Beverly fucking rolled him up and pinned him. I was like, ha ha ha. Fantastic. Then we got Hoodfoot against Brandon Kirk. Cannot remember what the outcome of this one was. There was like so many different matches. How these guys were still fucking going with like Hoodfoot's injury, just the amount of matches, the amount of fucking just physical abuse these guys were taking. I'm sure Hoodfoot won with like a sort of sit out like slam. What's it called? It's like kind of like a pump handle like sit out slam type thing. Or maybe it was like a Psycho Driver move. Psycho Driver 2? Something like that. Can't remember. Anyway, Hoodfoot did beat Brandon Kirk. Then randomly, Johnny Murdoch came out and like was chatting shit on the mic and was giving like everybody's shit, Larry Legend's shit, everyone's shit, blah blah. Then Casey Kirk came out, rolled up Johnny Murdoch and beat him in 3 seconds. And then poured beer over him and then went away, which is quite funny. So Casey beat Johnny Murdoch again in 3 seconds. So Johnny Murdoch's like face was like, that was great. Johnny Murdoch's so entertaining, he's so fucking good anywhere he goes. He's so fucking good in NHB with his fucking like the GCW stuff and the showboat stuff and everything. Is brilliant. What a heel. Then we got the main event, Hoodfoot against Bobby Beverly at Battle of Tough Guys. I was firmly on the side of motherfucking Bobby Beverly. I do love Hoodfoot, but Bobby Beverly's my guy. This was great, just sidos and beating the fuck at each other and just near falls, kickouts. And in the end, Hoodfoot fucking won. And I was like, ugh. But the Bev got to the final. The Bev got to the fucking final. Beat like 4 people. Beat like Slade in like 2 minutes. But Hoodfoot fucking won. We had all the poppers and streamers go off. And excellent. Hoodfoot is the Battle of the fucking Tough Guys 2 fucking champion. And 2 excellent shows again. It was like 1 week after another. 2 shows, same day. Excellent. Totally different shows from the other shows. No light tubes. In a cage. Great. Fucking great. And then we move on to NHB fucking 32. NHB 32, the big one. As it has been known, Heart Ballroom. This was on the 10th of fucking September. So fucking happy for Joe and Darko for this fucking shit, especially for fucking Darko. One of my favourite, one of the best fucking deathmatch wrestlers in the UK. Fucking over in America, fucking great. Anyway, we open with Akira versus Danny fucking Darko. Danny Darko out in the fucking orange gear. This match is fucking good. The Heart Ballroom's fucking packed. I'm sure it holds like 300 people. Hot fucking crowd. It's just when the ICW's there, it's gonna be so fucking weird to see XPW there. And just being the journalist that I am, I'll be watching all the shows that are on that day. NGI, XPW, everything, just to cover everything. Anyway, Darko's there. This match was fucking great. There was like Gus. I was so annoyed though. I was so annoyed because I really wanted to see Darko with T12 tubes. I wanted to see Darko with tubes in America, and I didn't get any. I was like, fuck's sake. Anyway, so we got Akira Darko. So good just to see him there. Everybody fucking watching at home, everybody fucking marking out all the fucking UK deathmatch fans. It was great. Darko got fucking gussets, 2 of them slammed in his chest. I mean, fucking blood pouring off him. It was fucking great. Darko fucking power bombed Akira through a fucking door set up on the chains. It was just such a good match. Just fucking watch it. Beating the shit out of each other. Lots of fucking like brawling around the crowd outside and everything. It was just really good. A nice fucking moment for Darko and for British Deathmatch Wrestling, and for fucking Rise and for Kumite Combat Wrestling as well. Also annoyed I couldn't be with those guys on fucking Sunday as well. I'm going to be fucking coming down to the next show 100% guys. But yeah, Akira fucking beat Danny Darko. I was like, this fucking finish. I was like, God's sake. But it's Akira. Akira's someone getting like another push again. I really want to see Danny Darko win, but he was in fucking Olds Bar in fucking America. So fuck yeah, well fucking done Darko, you fucking deserve it. And do me a favour and fucking win Games of Death 3, alright? Anyway, then we got Brandon Kirk against Scoot Andrews. I was like, what the fuck's going on? This match is good, but the closing spot, because Scoot Andrews is a very good wrestler, legend in the game. And in the end, there was like a big bundle of light tubes. Brandon Kirk got Mittens to come into the ring. He was like, Mittens, he was like, hold him and I'll hit him with the light tubes. And then Mittens was like, no. And then Mittens held Brandon Kirk. And then Scoot Andrews went to blast Kirk and then hit Mittens in the face with the light tubes. And then I'm sure Brandon Kirk either got a low blow roll up or a roll up, and Brandon Kirk beat Scoot Andrews. So I was like, oh, fucking hell. Then we got the H2O boys, Chris Bradley and Christian Ross. We got the YouTubes, which I fucking love them. We need to get them in the fucking UK. They'll probably be dangerous as fuck though. They're smacking each other. YouTubes, light tube, fucking bundles, fucking water jugs. One water jug fucking shot and fucking smacked right in fucking into the crowd. Carpet strip fucking shots right to the fucking chests. These two guys can beat the fuck out of each other. Fucking so good. And the night before for Christian for the Battle of Tough Guys, Demanto came out and basically like put over Christian Bradley. So I genuinely preferred Christian Ross's match, but then again he did get hit in the fucking head for 8 times straight, so I was like, who knows. This match was great. Christian Bradley won with the big splash from the top onto some light bulbs as well. Great fucking match, both these guys are fucking awesome. 2 of the best that H2O have as well. Now they're in fucking Olds Bar, awesome. This little joint of deathmatch between H2O and NHB can only be a good thing. Then we had Hoodfoot against one called Manders. This was fucking really good as well. Manders using tubes and everything, blasting fucking Hoodfoot. I can't fucking remember for the life of me what fucking Hoodfoot won with, but Hoodfoot did win this, unsurprisingly, because it's Hoodfoot. They're going to need to put fucking Hoodfoot against Akira, you know, like they did at the fucking... That was like a qualifying match for TOS 7, wasn't it? I'll see them do it now. Fuck me. Hoodfoot wins, and Manders did a really good show though. Manders is fucking really good. I want to see him in NHB a lot more. Man fucking steps up. Then we got Casanova Valentine against Jordan Sampson, who's one of the guys from Deathmatch Down Under who had that fucking awesome match against Camby Crawford at the Dream Tournament. This was good. Light bulbs, fucking Jesus Christ, Camby Crawford just got destroyed with fucking light tubes. The only thing I will go on and speak about this at the end, because this is obviously we've got 2 UK talents of Darko and Joe, and we've got 3 DMDU talents, Bateman, Samson and York, over for the show. Anyway, Casanova Valentine, Jordan Sampson. There's a bit at the end where Samson got suplexed by Casanova through a barbed wire board, but his feet kind of went on the outside. Samson doesn't wear any fucking boots or anything, just tape. Went right through the light tubes on the outside. Cass brought him in, got a fucking cricket bat with barbed wire and fucking smacked it on the fucking bottom of his feet. It was like, oh my god. And then he got a boxing glove covered in barbed wire and just beat the shit out of him. And referee's decision, Casanova Valentine wins. Like, holy fuck. So now the flying talent is now 2 down.
Then we got probably, I would say, this or the next match were probably match of the night. Slade versus York. This was fucking scary. This was fucking... Because I'm pretty sure it was meant to be York against Schlack. And obviously all the XPW, blah 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 stuff, so Slade steps up. So you got these guys like Manders and Slade and that just stepping up to like filling people, and they're like awesome, they're so fucking good. The full-time spots in the fucking roster, please. Jesus Christ. Smacking the fucking each other with light tubes. Slade got a fucking like cricket bat with fucking like gusset plate smacked in his back. They're both still stuck there, one in his arm. So much blood, just pools of fucking blood coming from Slade. He's a fucking madman, and he does not wear any tape, and he doesn't wear any fucking gloves. Same like thing with like fucking Sadaka before. It's like, how do these people like not die in the ring? Fuck me. Then it was just, this match was just insane. Like, there was so much blood coming out of Slade, and he fucking smacked York in the head by a gusset bat. It was just, oh man, it was so fucking crazy shit. Then York gave Slade his big fucking like sidewalk slam off the top from the chains onto 3 bundles of light tubes on a board covered in barbed wire, and just the mark that Slade left in the ring was fucking insane. Slade fucking wins this match though. Slade fucking got up and fucking won this match. I can't fucking remember what he won with. For the life of me, I've watched this match like 3 times and I can't remember what he fucking won with. It's not relevant what he won with. But Slade fucking did beat fucking York, and then the Flown in Talent is 3 down. Match was great, so much blood, so violent. Please get a rematch in the future, please. I can send Slayer to Australia, fuck me. Then we got motherfucking Big Joe against Matt Tremont in a match 2 years in the making. Big Joe comes out in his H2 Joe top, he comes out to Tremont's music to start with, fucking great shit. Matt Tremont's in the ring, Joe like throws his like bandana at Tremont. Fucking funny. Joe's a great heel. Like, Joe's a fucking really good heel when he's in the States. Fucking, this match was mental. Like, Tokyo Towers, Matt Tremont gets thrown into one of the towers, camera fucking misses it. I've rewatched this match 3 times now. Camera fucking, Joe throws Tremont into one, there's two Tokyo Towers on the sides, misses it. Camera's feet's just completely cut out. I was like, ah, for fuck's sake. Then, Tokyo Tower gets put over Matt Tremont. Joe does the big run-in fucking cannonball, like, senton thing into Tremont in the corner. Holy shit. Picking up light tubes, just smashing Tremont in the face with it. Don't know, it's just a mistiming. Fucking one of the broken tubes went like that. Right, Tremont's face is a huge big fucking cut. I'll show you fucking there. Look at the size of that fucking cut. And this was like, what, 30 seconds, a minute into a match, and like his Tremont's got a fucking massive gaping hole in his face. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Then we were just beating the shit out of each other with light tubes, brawling the outside. Joe got like a big fucking pair of like clipping shears and was gonna like take off Matt Tremont's thumb, Rob Black style. I was like, holy fuck. Then we were in the ring. Fucking Joe went to go up top. He had like to do like a sort of Vader bomb splash thing with a bundle on top of Tremont. Tremont fucking smashed Joe with a bundle. Put another big bundle in the ring. Powerbomb Joe into the bundle. Couldn't put him away. And in the end, I think pretty sure Tremont wins with a big DVD into light bulbs and shit like that. And Joe is beaten by Tremont, and I was like, they're sitting in the ring, and Joe's like, your face, and he's like, yeah, I know. But Matt Tremont fucking screaming in the crowd and everything, just, what a match. The emotion, and Tremont just doesn't care. He's so fucking good to do that entire match with a huge massive hole in his fucking face. Insane. And Big Joe is Big fucking Joe. It was brilliant. And then fucking afterwards, Big Joe, I think, got on the mic and basically said, right, we want Tremont over in fucking Rise for his European Deathmatch title. So I think when Rise are coming over to the fucking UK, we are going to get Big fucking Joe against Matt Tremont and Rise at the NHB shows. Or maybe for Games of Death, one of the two. Whichever happens, I'll be at those fucking shows. So fuck yes. Can't fucking wait for that. Then we got the main event, where we had Casey Kirk in our beautiful all-white gear, much like the Bev, the shows before. All white means you're going to get covered in motherfucking blood. Against Joel Bateman, the American Deathmatch Champion, who's also the DMDU Champion. He's also the Heathen Combat Deathmatch Champion, which is another name, but I am not looking it up right now because I'm too busy going to talk about this main event. So this was Casey Kirk's big fucking opportunity. I think it was her first opportunity at the American Deathmatch title against Joe Bateman. The last time they were at the Hart Ballroom, which would have been NHB 24 or 26 or something like that. Casey Kirk beat Joe Bateman. This match is everything you'd expect. Light tube fucking battles. Samson and York come out with Bateman as well, the two DMDU guys, and they do play a factor into the fucking finish of this match. We got fucking just light bulbs, we're beating the shit out of each other, headbutts, fucking just gusset plates. Both fucking guys are fucking bleeding like fuck. Joe Bateman brings out the skinny tubes, Casey reverses it, gives him a big Death Valley driver into normal tubes and skinny tubes, or as we in the UK call them, light tubes. Then what else did we get? We had Casey went to pin Joe Bateman after this, and then I think the ref was pulled out of the ring by Samson or York, and you're like, oh my god. Then all the NHB guys come out, including Darko and Big Joe, come out and sort of shoo away fucking Samson and York, and then Casey ends up hitting, so they have a light tube battle. She blasts Joel to fuck with light tubes, hits the 187, light bulbs on top of Joel, 1, 2, 3. Casey Kirk fucking wins the American Deathmatch Championship, and the flying talent, Joe, York, Samson and Darko and Bateman all lost. All the flying talent all lost in this show. Which, I mean, it doesn't really make... Just for me, personally, I was just like, I kind of want at least one of them to win something. You know, maybe Darko. Maybe Darko. Or Joe. Anyway, just biased. Anyway, then so Casey Kirk wins American Deathmatch title, gets her final... gets to win this title after a big Master Mason run, and she is now the fucking American Deathmatch champion, the first female American Deathmatch champion. And we are going to go further forward where she has got matches lined up with fucking Mickey Knuckles, with Matt fucking Tremont. She's going to be going to fucking Australia, like fucking awesome. So fucking happy for Casey Kirk, and I do have one of her new t-shirts. Where the fuck it is? Which one is it? That's H2O. Where is it? Is this the t-shirt? No. I think it'll be somewhere. Right in the bottom one. Right in the bottom. There we go, Casey fucking Kirk t-shirt. New American Deathmatch champion. She does have new other t-shirts with her of her belt and like a little crown and everything for on Deathmatch Worldwide. So fucking go in there and fucking buy some more Casey Kirk merch. So that was No Holds Barred 32, fucking awesome. Just really happy to see Joe and Darko there, to be honest. All the matches are fucking good. I'd say the best two matches of the night were Tremont Joe and Slade versus York. But in general, just so happy to see guys from British Deathmatch Wrestling over in America doing their fucking thing, fucking great, and the fucking DMDU guys, and guys like Bradley and Ross and like Scoot Andrews, Hoodfoot Manders, you know, all that sort of stuff. Great. Then we move on to before I have to do any more reviews, just to say I watched 2 fucking H2O shows, and I'll just go over what matches to look out for these 2 shows. Watch these 2 shows, fucking support H2O. We had a no-rope bar with some H2O separate ways. This is on the 29th of August. A no-rope fucking barbed wire tag team deathmatch opened the fucking night. Louis Ramos and Matt Tremont against Alex Stretch and Anthrax. Louis and Matt Tremont did win that. It was fucking good. Go and fucking watch that shit. I think it was meant to be Matt Tremont against Alex Stretch, got made into a tag team match. Also on this show, I would say go your way to watch Chris Bradley against Dan O'Hare. Dan O'Hare's retirement match. He also got like a banner in the H2O Academy. Very well done, Dan O'Hare. Fucking the guy who won the last fucking, was it him? Or it was either him or Conor Claxton in the last TOD. Mike Bailey against Rocket, fucking amazing tag team match. And we also had, I would say, the main event as well. Victory of Valhalla. They removed the canvas, ring boards, light tubes, fucking panes of glass. Lucky versus Brandon Kirk. And one of the ending spots was they moved all the boards, put pane of glass there in very Freedom style, went fucking right through the fucking glass. There was like 2 panes of glass. I think it was like Lucky gave Brandon Kirk like a fucking like sit out fucking what do they call it, package pile drive or something, or Brandon Kirk gave him something like a kryptonite crunch or something through all the glass. Awesome match. Go and watch that. And then finally, of the reviews or the sort of recaps of things, H2O's Monday Night Death 3. Brilliant fucking show. Otis Kogar against Jimmy Lyon. Otis Kogar beat the fuck out of him for like 4 minutes.
Jeremy Lang got destroyed, but it was Kogar. Match was good. We got Riley Rose against Casey Carrington. Decent match as well. Two guys I've not really seen too much of, but the match was like 5 minutes. Riley Rose did win that. Declan Grant was against Mouse. This match was pretty good as well. Declan Grant and Mouse can fucking wrestle. A lot of people don't seem to like Mouse. And also as well, these first couple of matches were like 4 or 5 minutes each a piece. Oh yeah, and before this was Monday Night Death. So we had the NHB 32 was on September 10th. September 11th we had Sean Paul Henderson Presents Justice for All 2, and I'll say the main event of that show was Joe Bateman against Colby Creano in a no-rope barbed wire match. And some of the fucking bumps in that were fucking disgusting. I'll not go over the whole show, but Joe Bateman got suplexed into the barbed wire. He got fucking, I'm sure he got like Death Valley drivered from the ring to the outside through 2 barbed wire doors all set with chairs. And he also, there's a bit where like he's kind of like on the barbed wire, so like behind him. Colby Creano like pulls him into the barbed wire. The barbed wire gives way and he goes splat right to the fucking concrete floor. It was like, Jesus Christ, Joel. Fuck me. A rough fucking weekend of fucking matches, I tell you that. Anyway, move on to the hybrid title match. We had Reed Walker against Adonis Valerio 2 to 3 falls match. Adonis Valerio retains his title. This match was like very short as well, which I'm very, very happy with. Don't need matches going like 45 fucking minutes. Mike Quest against Terra Calloway, dog collar match. Mike Quest wins. Duncan Aleem's there, blah blah. And then next show, which is going to be Hustlemania 5, which is on this Saturday, which we'll be covering next week. I'll probably cover that and Slave to the Death match. I'll just do 2 shows, cover like 2 reviews, do little short episodes. That's my plan. Try and do short episodes, so I don't have to do stuff like this every fucking, try and do 1 a month. I want to do 4 a month and make them shorter, you know what I mean? So where do we go? Mike Quest did beat Terra Calloway, but then the next month I think we're going to get Terra Calloway and Jeff Cannonball come back in a Lego death match against Mike Quest and Duncan Aleem of the Keepers of the Gate. Then we got Christian Bradley and Bradley and Christian Ross against Jordan Sampson and York in a tag team death match. Excellent. Like, just watch that match. It's fucking great. Then we got a 4-way fucking tag team match. It was Red Dead Redemption. Great name. Manders and Ryan Redfield, the new champions, defeated Austin Luke and Marcus Mathers. Defeated Devantes and Gigi Everson. Defeated the Rep, Dave McCall and Nate Carter. This match was fucking good as well. Then we got, just watch the last 4 matches of this show, by the way, they're really, really good. Then we got Matt Tremont against Danny DeManto death match. I'll say it again, I'll say it 1,000 times, watch it. The 2 bosses of 2 of the best deathmatch wrestling companies in America fighting one-on-one in a fucking death match in H2O. It was great. And then the main event, we got Stairway to Hell, Danny Havoc Hardcore title match, Brandon Kirk, Lucky 13, Joe Bateman for Lucky 13's title. This was good, although there was one spot where Lucky 13, it was like Lucky 13 like suplex, or Brandon Kirk suplex Lucky 13 who had a ladder. Lucky 13 threw it backwards, it hit Joe Bateman. Joe Bateman went from there to the apron to the floor, and I think he like cracked a fucking rib or something. At least that's what it said. I don't know if that's kayfabe. Literally cracked a fucking rib, that was fucking scary. And then in the end, I think it was Lucky got thrown from the top of the ladder, the belt's hanging from the ring, from the roof. Lucky 13 got thrown from the ladder through some light bulbs all over these chairs, and Brandon Kirk picks up the fucking Danny Havoc Hardcore title finally. And for the amount of times he's had a challenge of this match, Lucky 13 should be number 1 to get a fucking shot at that belt. Oh, my cat's looking crazy, enjoying herself listening to the wrestling malarkey. So Brandon Kirk wins. So Brandon Kirk, Casey Kirk are in the ring. DeManto and Matt Tremont are there, and basically H2O joining together with NHB. They've got the Kirks are the 2 champions, the 2 deathmatch champions. Lovely fucking stuff. H2O's fucking brilliant. Just watch those 2 shows. Shorter reviews for these because I am just so many reviews, so much other stuff to talk about. Anyway, watch the last 4 matches: the Bradley Ross, Samson York, the main event, Tremont DeManto, obviously in the tag team 4-way. And from another show, watch the No Rope Barbed Wire tag team. Also Bradley O'Hare and Lucky 13 Brandon Kirk. And I also watched the Sean Henderson Presents just for that main event for the amount of sick fucking bumps Joe Bateman takes. Anyway, that is done with the reviews, recappy, show things for the month. Jesus Christ. And we move on to talk about some more shit. Now, GC fucking W. Where are we? NGI. This is going to be at Summit Park, Illinois, November 12th. And we have some entrants for this show. Jesus Christ. This is the same day as XPW in the Heart Ballroom and NHB in... They're somewhere in New Jersey, I'll find it on my phone. Anyway, so now we've got Sakuda from Freedoms is there, Soil Wreck is there, and then we've also got Big Joe and Johnny fucking Murdoch round fucking 1. So we're probably going to get 4 more. I mean, Sakuda against Soil Wreck. Imagine that. Be mental. Then obviously we've got GCW TNT 2023. Don't have any dates for that, but that's obviously coming up soon. This Friday, I'll probably not be watching this show. There's a couple of matches I do want to see, might watch them after the fact. Friday, September 23rd, Shooting Star is LA, the Ukrainian Culture Centre, probably sold out, that always sells out. We've got Manswarner against Hunter Freeman, who's somebody who's been doing a couple of death matches recently for GCW and various other places, who's very, very good. So Manswarner against him, and then we've got a 3-way tag team title match, perhaps a death match. Los Macisos, Mega Bastards to the champions, and Bussy for the titles. And then we are going on to GCW's fucking Japan tour, which starts on all the GCW shows, aside from they're doing one with Freedoms for the anniversary. The GCW main ones are in the Shinkaba first ring. So, what do we have? So, September 26th, let's just see if I can find it, because in the last few days, the last day, they've updated 800 things for these shows, because they're only next week. I mean, they're in the UK, then they're flying away, and then they're away to Mexico. It never stops, never stops. Anyway, we have no matches announced for Planet Death thus far, which is the first show, which is strange. Then the next show, that's on the 26th of September. On the 27th of September, which is dead on arrival, we have got some fucking insane matches for this show. We have got Jun Kasai is against Effie. Holy fuck, that might be a mental, ridiculous match. We've got we've got Masashi fucking Takeda is against Schlack, which was meant to happen at Run Ricky Run, if you remember, and then Masashi Takeda couldn't be there, and then he was replaced by Danny Havoc, which ended up being Danny Havoc's last ever fucking death match. And Schlack's away to work GCW, but he's not working NHB. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Then we've got a 6-man tag team match. We've got Joey Janela, Jordan Oliver, Nick Wayne against Strong Hearts, which is Sima, El Lindemann, and T-Hawk. I'm familiar with Sima. I'm not too familiar with the other guys, but I assume it'll be a fucking mental match. And we've also got Abdullah Kobayashi and Ito are against Mance Warner and fucking Cole Radrick. What the fuck? And the picture they've used there for Ito is obviously a very recent picture. And there's also another match announced for that. I will just find it on my phone. Where are we? So, where the fuck is it? There we go. For fuck's sake, it makes it so difficult to find. Anyway, it's Violento Jack, Sakuda, and Drew Parker against Alex Colon, John Wayne Murdoch, and Rita Yamashita. Holy shit. And we've also got some other shit coming up for this fucking... My god, this Japan tour is going to be insane for GCW, man. Where are we? So... the 29th. So then we have... This is going to be... Apparently on the 29th, we've got GCW guys are going to be in Big Japan. And we've got Effie, Alex Clone, and Mance Warner. This is on the 29th of September, and they're going to be against Ito, Numazawa, and who's the name of the other guy? I'll just put the picture up here. I'll find his name and put it underneath in a 6-man tag. So they're going to be at Big Japan as well. Then on the October the 2nd, GCW and Freedoms. GCW are going to be at Freedom's 13th anniversary. That's at Corrigan Hall. And then finally, on the 4th of October, the final GCW show, the Shinkaba First Ring is War fucking ready. So holy shit, an insane fucking tour. And then when they come back, they're in fucking Mexico as well. It's insane, fucking insane. Then we've also got matches announced for the fucking Fight Club weekend for GCW. So this is Saturday the 8th of October and Saturday the 9th of October, Atlantic City. There's another fucking showboat. We have got, what's his name? We've got Nick Wayne. Let me just fucking get this on my phone as well. I write down these notes. Do you ever have that problem when you write down notes and you can't ever fucking read your own handwriting because you write everything down in such a fucking fast hurry? Right, Where the fuck is this shit? Events. Like I say, Cage Match is the fucking best website in the world. Right, so we've got Shun Skywalker against Nick Wayne. We've got Yamato against fucking Tony Deppen. We've got the mega fucking bastards GCW Tag Team title match, Cologne and Murdoch against Drew Parker and Rina Yamashita. Fucking hell. And we've also got John Moxley against Nick fucking Gage. Title versus career. Moxley's world title against Nick Gage's fucking career. And then night 2 for the Fight Club. This is on the 9th, which is the Sunday. We have got Yamato against Mike Bailey. We've got Rina Yamashita defending her Ultraviolent title against Siglope. And we've got Medio fucking Extremo against Drew Parker. Fucking hell. So that is GCW stuff upcoming, and they've got their tour in fucking Mexico. So much fucking shit. So fucking happy for like stuff like this for GCW, because it proves that their main best thing that they have is the deathmatch stuff. They're very good at every sort of aspect of wrestling, but it's the deathmatch stuff. They wouldn't be going on a tour of Japan if they weren't doing deathmatch stuff, you know what I mean? Then we move on to ICW No Life, and obviously we have all the stuff to do with XPW that I've already went over. But anyway, so we've got the partnership between H2O and NHB. We've got NHB in the Rise UK tour the 10th to the 12th of February, Friday to Sunday. I assume we're going to get 3 to 4 shows from that, possibly another show afterwards if any other companies. They're going to be staying for more than a couple of days. I'll be there for the entire week. Then also this fucking weekend, NHB is in LA at the 1720 fucking warehouse, October 9th. And we have fucking match, Jesus Christ, what a card so far. Will Akis Kogar show up? Who knows? We've got John Wayne Murdoch against fucking homeless Jimmy coming out of fucking retirement. Masada's fucking appearing. Sorry, not Masada. Masada? Messiah's fucking appearing. We have got Messiah is fucking appearing. We've got Bev versus fucking Tommy Vendetta again. Hopefully Bev fucking wins again. I'm sure that it's like they've got one each. We've got Akira versus fucking Drexel. So good to fucking see Drexel back. His last fucking NHB match, and only NHB match, was against Neil Diamond Cutter at the first ever Deathmatch Horror Story. And then we have Casey Kirk defending her title in her first title defense against Orvite. And we have Eric fucking Ryan against Sadaka. This was meant to be a match that we are going to have at the Deathmatch Circus like a year ago. But it was like Sadaka got hurt, or Eric Ryan got hurt, or like this was when there was like the big storm. They had to have it in the little barn. So it's going to be a proper match between Eric Ryan and Sadaka, so that'll be fucking good. Then we have got the Australian tour, which everything is pretty fucking crazy for this. So the Australian tour, let's just quickly go over that. So we have, this is Friday the 14th. We have PFX 12, 8 PM, the Iron Swanson in Melbourne. We have Danny Demanto's going to be against fucking Vixen. This Australia tour, by the way, is the 14th to the 16th of October. Then the Saturday, the 15th, we've got DMDU is going to be on at 2:30 PM. This is all Australian times, by the way. I assume this isn't going to be live. It's probably going to be shown like a week later or something on IWTV. We'll cover everything on this channel, whatever happens anyway. Clips and results and spoilers and all sorts of shit, if that's the sort of thing that you want to see. I think the only match we have for that, which has not been announced on DMDU's website or ICW News Bar website, is going to be Vixen against Joel Bateman, I think. Then we have the Saturday the 15th. This is NHB 34. I think this is at like 7:30 or 8 PM. This is also, both these shows for the Saturday are there on Swanson in Melbourne. We have Mad Dog meant to be against Schlack. We're not going to get that anymore because obviously Schlack's not there. It's got Mad Dog against who knows. We've got John Wayne Murdoch was going to be against Callan fucking Butcher. We've got Cruel versus Gore. Holy shit. Casanova Valentine is also going to be against Damian Rivers for that show. That's fucking mental. And then Sunday the 16th, DMDU is against No Holds Barred at Space 338 in Melbourne. And for that show, we've got some fucking insane matches for this. We've got a 4-way, which is meant to include Schlack. Obviously, it's not there, as I've stated about 15 times now. Casanova Valentine against versus York versus Callum Butcher. So let's make it a 3-way. Then we're also going to get Boss versus Boss, Danny DeManto against Joe fucking Bateman. Eric Ryan versus Camby Crawford match I can't fucking wait for. It'll be so fucking good, both those guys are excellent. And John Wayne Murdoch against fucking York. Insane. Then we move on to NHB 35 when they return from Australia. It's going to be Deathmatch Horror Story. What is the date for this show again? I cannot remember. I've wrote all these information down, but I did not write the fucking date down. It is October 29th. The Hart Ballroom in New Jersey, New York. Surprise, surprise. So we've got 2 matches announced for this. Holy shit. It's going to be Casey Kirk defending her title if she's still champion against Matt fucking Tremont. Fucking hell. And Lucky 13 making his NHB debut in the Chains versus Akira. And then we're going to obviously have the NHB show in Texas, Houston Premier Arena on November 12th, which has now been moved to, where are we? Been moved to the 1030 Delsa Drive, Westville, New Jersey. And on that show we had Sadaka against Cruel for that show. I don't know if we're still going to get that. I mean, don't know what's happening. But so far, just announced today, like 2 hours ago, we've got the American Deathmatch World Championship fight for the NHB 36 show, which is going to be in New Jersey, running against XPW. It's Casey fucking Kirk defending, if she's still champion, against Mickey fucking Knuckles. Holy shit. And then also, we're going to offer some fucking insane news. H2O and NHB have always got this little partnership worked out. So, December 16th, NHB is going to be at the H2O Centre. The H2O Centre is going to be hosting the Chains. December 17th, NHB is going to be back at the Hart Ballroom for probably the final show, maybe the second last show of the year. And both those days, H2O and NHB and the Chains, whatever, both those days, Abdullah motherfucking Kobayashi from big fucking Japan is coming over to the fucking America for those 2 days. Holy shit. Then now we move on to Rise. So I am sponsoring Rise or Die, by the way. I don't know if you know that. I'm getting my fucking logo, the Bleeding Gums logo is going to be on the fucking canvas until it's absolutely fucking caked and covered in blood. And once ever it does get destroyed and needs to be replaced, I'm hopefully be able to get that canvas bit cut out and I'm going to get it framed on my fucking wall. Fucking love Rise. Happy to fucking help them out. Happy for them to fucking help me get my fucking logo. Get me some subs, or whatever the kids say. We've also got some updates for Rise or Die, where we have Rise. This is at the warehouse in Leeds, Sunday the 16th of October. I'll be fucking there as well. I'm not just supporting, I'll be there for that fucking show. We've got Leon fucking Slater's going to be there. Nina Samuels is going to be there. The Rev Pro British Champion Ricky Knight Jr. is going to be there. Daniel Docherty is going to be fucking there. And obviously we've got Nathan Black announced versus BA fucking Rose. And we've got a 6-man Ultraviolent War. And if you go on Rise's Patreon, you'll find out what the actual stipulation for that match will be. As we've got the British top team, motherfucking Darwin, the Rise champion, Lou fucking Nixon and Brett fucking Semtex, against the Deathmatch Outlaws, Big fucking Joe, Danny fucking Darko, Michael fucking Caden. If Darwin or BTT win, Darwin owns Rise. And if Deathmatch Outlaws win, Darwin retires and vacates the Rise title. Hope fucking BTT win. It'd be fucking amazing if Darwin owned Rise. Imagine the fucking promos you get from that. Anyway, also Rise is hosting Spooky Slam, which will be in Sheffield, Friday, October 28th at the PPW Arena, South Bank Warehouse. I don't have any matches announced for that. We've got Joe on the poster, so I'll assume Joe will be fucking there. And we also have Games of Death 3 is coming 2023. And also KCW just ran a show September 18th in Derby, and I'll just give you a little cover of the card for that. It has not been up on IWTV. I've just got a video of Neil Diamond Cutter taking a massive fucking Kenzan out of his own head. Jesus Christ. We're covering that next week, or this coming weekend, for the Slave to the Death match. Fucking love you, Neil Diamond Cutter. You sick, crazy bastard. Let me just see, where are we? So, what matches do we have for the Kumite? We're meant to have Alex Cologne at the show. Obviously Alex Cologne couldn't be there for like various different reasons. So it was meant to be Cologne and Darko against Big Joe and Alton Thorne. I think Cologne was replaced by Clint Margera. I don't know if Clint Margera could be there if he was injured or something, so basically it doesn't really matter. Whoever's in these matches, it looks fucking awesome for the clips I've seen anyway. So I think it was Darko and Antonio Gonzalez were against Joe and Thorne. Looked mental. The pictures I've seen, just tubes and fucking nettles and fucking kendo sticks and just everything. Then we also got Antonio Gonzalez versus Will Cruz. We also got the Voodoo Queen against Jason Joshua. We got the East Midlands Breakers against Act 2. That'll be fucking good, coming to watch that. Got Joseph Cardinal against the Roughneck coming. Just to see the Roughneck again, it's fucking great, he's awesome. And we got Rourke versus Radu Bula. What was his name? At the very end there. So I'm just trying to look at this. How can I get a proper picture of that guy? Let's see, where's that picture there? Anyway, I'll put all that. Also the Kumite chair that they had for that was on sale, by the way. I bought that just in case anybody cares. Hopefully pick up in the next show that I go down to, because I was hopefully going to be at like TNT and fucking various things like that. But anyway, fucking support fucking KCW, they're good fucking guys. They put on good fucking deathmatch shit. Then we move on to XPW. News and updates, Halloween in Hell 3 at the Derby in Panama, California, which is on, see this thing is right, I get fucking annoyed because I write down this shit and then I go to fucking find it again and I'm like, oh, I wrote down the show, but I've not wrote down the fucking date. So, fucking, like I say, Cage Match comes to the rescue so many times. Anyway, where are we? Halloween in Hell 3, which is on the 22nd of October. So we've got Sage Sin Supreme against Lindsay Snow in a death match. We've got Mickey Knuckles against Ludark Shaitan in a death match. We've got Jasmine St. Clair and fucking Veronica Kane and everybody there that we usually have. We've also got a Playland death match as Dirty Ronas against Pagano. That'll be fucking interesting. The XPW Fight TV title 6-way elimination match. We've got one person announced for that, 5 more to go. It's Willie Mack has been announced for that. And then finally an insane fucking match coming up for that. Schlack is defending his King of the Deathmatch Championship against fucking Angel. Angel coming out of retirement, the man who's taken some of the most horrifically crazy fucking bumps and falls in wrestling is coming out of retirement. And then also obviously we've got XPW's Extreme Invasion, Hart Ballroom, Newark, New Jersey, 12th of November. And we've also got matches announced for that so far. So we've got announced for the show, we might have a few more now. We've got Necro Butcher, Schlack obviously, Ludark Shaitan, Dirty fucking Ron, Wax coming out of retirement, Willie Mack and PCO. And just announced today or yesterday, one of the matches for the shows, we're going to have PCO against fucking Necro Butcher. Holy shit. And then just to follow up with CZW's Tournament of Death, which is going to Tournament of Death 19, by the way. It's October Townsend, Delaware at DJ's Farm. So for this, which is insane, we've got the Bev, my pick to win. I'd like to see him and the guy I'm going to speak about last in the finals. The Bev, Necro Butcher, Otis Kogar, Mickey Knuckles, Brad Cash, Insane Lane, and number 7, just announced today, or would be yesterday the time this is up, Big Fucking Joe. So Big Fucking Joe's being No Holds Barred, XPW, CZW and GCW all in the same year because it's going to be in the NGI. Fucking so awesome, man. So fucking good. But yeah, love to see Big Bev against Big Fucking Joe final for that. I mean, I'd like to see if I can see Insane Lane against Necro Butcher again for old time's sake for that. Then, what else do we have? We have H2O is presenting Hustlemania 5. This is this Saturday. The 24th of September, Williamstown, New Jersey, the H2O fucking arena. So, big card for this show. We've got Neil Diamond Cutter against Kennedy Copeland. Fucking hell, that'd be good. Kennedy Copeland's kind of like been missing for like the last couple of H2O shows. I'd love to have Neil Diamond Cutter in every H2O show. Mouse against Lou Ramos, Dale Patrick's against Declan Grant. Mega Deathmatch Powers Collide as Matt Tremont against Mickey fucking Knuckles, first time ever, holy shit. 6-pack challenge number 1 contenders match for the H2O title. Lucky, Ryan Redfield, Austin Luke. I've not even got to the last 3 names. This is what I mean when you sit there and you write notes. This is what you can tell I've not wrote notes for a while, maybe like a month. Fucking hell. Where are we? Yeah, sorry. So we've got Lucky, Ryan Redfield, Austin Luke, Bam Sullivan, Marcus Mathers, and Gigi Everson. 6-pack challenge winner gets the H2O title, who is held by Kobe Carino. We've also got 4-way for the hybrid title. Valerio the champion against Reed Walker, Kit Osborne, and Eric Martin. We've got a
a Philly fucking street fight finally, as we see the end game against Chaos Control. And we have a tag team at Lego Deathmatch, the Keepers of the Gate, Duncan O'Leary and Mike Quester against Terra Calloway and Jeff Cannibal, if Cannibal shows up. And then we also have a T4 Summit first round match, which is the Bev and Eric fucking Ryan against the Kirks. Holy shit. And then finally we go on to the new champions of Japan, as we had, there's fucking Kasai was in like a Taka Michinoku thing that was shown in like New Japan, insane. So this was at Freedom's Jun Kasai's Deathmatch Carnival Volume 2, 20th of August, High Fly Glass Freedom's High Fly Glass Deathmatch. High Fly Glass Deathmatch. Fucking hell. This was Drew Parker against Masaoka for the Masaoka's Freedom's belt. This was mental. I mean, I'd say for like the first majority of half of the match, it felt like it was just a one-sided battering by Drew Parker, just beating the shit out of Masaoka. Masaoka did his big Asai moonsault. Masaoka did get where he sits on the ladder and sits down the ladder, like light tubes on the ladder, and goes from the top, sits down on Drew. Drew hit a fucking like mad, like he put like a ladder on top of a table and did a big senton off that. He also did a senton from the top to the floor on the outside on a pane of glass. It was on top of Masaoka, insane. Drew Parker's sentons are just mental, just right through and then stands like straight back up and then falls forward. It's fucking great. Also the table that was set up on the top had Drew Parker's on the table, Japanese table. Then there's a ladder on top of the table on the other side. Masaoka does big fucking double knees and fucking wins. And in the end, fucking Drew Parker, I'm pretty sure he hit the big fucking knees, or he hit another senton, and Drew Parker won the fucking Freedoms title. So he is now held like the Big Japan title, the GCW Ultraviolent title, and the Freedoms title, like all in the space of like a year. Insane, man, fucking insane. So it's fucking really, really good for him, and he had that belt when he came to TNT. I'd love to have a picture of that belt. Anyway, then we got, and also I will say, the attendance for that was at Corrigan Hall, was 741. And then we had Big Japan's Deathmania X, which is the 28th of August, the day before this. And this was at Nagoya International Conference Hall, and the attendance was only 324. And this was the finals of a tournament to claim the title which Drew Parker actually vacated, which was Bloody Musou Tournament Final Light Tube Jungle Deathmatch, which is Kamitani versus Abdullah Kobayashi. This was mental as well, like Jesus Christ, light tubes all over the ropes. Just the screaming that Kamitani was doing, like Jesus Christ. Both of them just hurling light tubes at each other. Just throwing light tubes at each other. And Kobayashi gets light tubes thrown at him twice, turns around, puts his arms out. Kamitani tries to do that, gets light tubes thrown at him, he tries to turn around and do that, but Kobayashi like moves, throws them back through him. Kamitani, sorry. So I don't know why it's so difficult for me to say his name. Poured like a big bucket of like lemon juice and lemons and limes all over Kobayashi's back. It's horrible looking. And in the end it was just clothesline, just tell them both knackered. This match was really, really good. Clothesline, and then Kamitani wins and becomes the Big Japan Deathmatch champion. Really, really good win for him. And it hopefully takes Big Japan back to its former glory, because it's fallen far, far behind Freedoms at this point. And then we had the Taka Michinoku. It's Taka Michinoku's debut 30th anniversary for Just Tap Out Pro Wrestling, and this was the Yokio OKI in National Gymnasium. Attendance 1,940, and it was on New Japan World. It was El Desperado against Jun Kasai. This was mental. Fucking Jun Kasai stabbing a fork in his head. They had razor blade boards. They had fucking barbed wire boards. He ripped off fucking Desperado's mask. He gave him a sort of like fucking Tiger Driver, Canadian Destroyer, fucking flip pile driver from the top through like a board of like razor boards and everything. He powerbombed El Desperado on a fucking board of cut cans. It was mental. In the end, El Desperado did win, but it was fucking, and in the end, Jun Kasai gave an amazing speech. They did the subtitles version. You'll get it on Murder Death Kill Club, go in there and see it. It's fucking excellent. What a class act, what a match. And even fucking horrible arsehole Dave Meltzer gave it a really high rating, as if that fucking matters a fuck. But great match. 3 fucking great matches in Japan for 2 new champions, Jun Kasai on New Japan
New Japan World. And then finally, DMDU had Panic at the Palais, and I'll just go through the matches for that. And then we are nearly fucking done, my god. I don't know how long this episode's been. It's so long since I've done this. But I'll do it for the sake of my voice and for the sake of Deathmatch Wrestling to do this even more. And I've got some fucking little projects coming up now that I've got 1,500 subs. Also, fucking thanks again for that. Where are we? DMDU. Well, that's another thing. DMDU have got a project running where they're building funds. You can go and support them. Different tiers and things like that. They're building like it's the 3011 arena, which is like a sort of calling back to the fucking like whatever the Viking Hall's now called. Can never remember the name of it. So they're basically building their own arena so they can have their entire arena. They have everything in house, more or less like what H2O do. And they've got their own arena and they run all their shows from this arena and blah blah. Anyway, so what do we have? We have got, there's various different matches on the show. So this was the matches. This was Panic at the Palais. This was Saturday, September 17th. Obviously this is going to be an IWTV like in a week or so. So we've got Will Walker against Damien Rivers in another fucking death match. We've got Mad Dog against JT Hollow. We've got the Black Roach Reserve against Camby Crawford and Callum Butcher in a tag team death match. That'd be fucking awesome. And then we've got Edward Dusk against Aidan Miller. I would say for these shows as well, obviously this is the shows they'll have where York, Samson and Joel Bateman are not there. And the cards still look fucking awesome. We've got Rochelle Roach and Kid Valiant against Gordon Crackerjack in a tag team match. That'll be good. We've got Tarley and Matt Hayter who are now a tag team against the Sexy Greek Boys, I think they're called. Tag team match. And then we've also got Skylar Cruz against Chanel Phoenix. And we've also got Tom Barrett against Bruce Buchanan. And I think that is the whole card of that tag team death match. Well, I think the match, Camby Crawford's unable to compete in the Sunday, so sorry. So it's the Black Roach Reserve against Vixen and Callum Butcher for that fucking show. But anyway, we will cover that show and everything. And that is it for this fucking episode. Sorry it's taken so long for this episode to get out. We are now 1,500 subscribers. I have now changed my work schedule to fit around Deathmatch Wrestling. Everything should be a lot more smooth sailing, and I will see everybody at the next show in the UK at fucking Rise or Die. Support fucking Deathmatch Worldwide, support Deathmatch Outlaws, support fucking Rise, support Deathmatch Wrestling. Everywhere. And hopefully all this drama with NHB and XPW leads to some good fucking bloody violent wrestling. Anyway, I have been AC for the news that broke glass. No Deathmatch, no life. And I'll see you next week where we will cover Slave to the Deathmatch. Maybe DMDU if it's out. And H2O, and who knows what else. Anyway,